Hello everybody, welcome back for some more BioShock Infinite! That's the wrong button. My hand is on the other side of the keyboard, it seems to be here. Let's see, shotgun. Yeah, I don't really need a sniper that bad. Alright, so now we're doing the Hall of Heroes, and pretty much what you have to do here is go through and kill 2 waves, I think. There's like 2 sides to this, and you gotta kill like each side of enemies. It's a pretty fun area, not gonna lie. What the... game? You know that I have that, right? I'll just take it. I'm getting kind of worried, because I don't want to accidentally get the Lady Comstock and have not the invincibility gear. Not that I need it that bad, but it would be nice if I had it. Oh, look at that! Now the Steam achievements are popping up somewhere else, instead of just on the front of the screen. That's pretty good, I guess. I don't know if it came up for you guys. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that myself. But anyway, let's have some story time. Let's have some fun talks, shall we? Fun talks had by all. What the hell have I been up to recently? A few things, actually. So let's start with the second channel, because I think that's necessary to talk about. Hardcore guides. You guys know this. I love hardcore guides. It's my pride and joy. But Turd Monkey is, of course, my more famous channel. That's undoubtedly true. It's not that it's unfortunate. I love both. I don't care if Hardcore has less subs or not. That's not the problem. That's not a big deal. Don't worry. I'm not going to be one of those guys. But I do love Hardcore regardless. I always have fun doing it. And I decided during my God Hand playthrough I was going to start a new series, and I was going to title it Skill Issue. Some of you might have seen it, because I did make a community post, which sometimes community posts, I understand, just don't show up for you guys. And, you know, it's unfortunate that that happens, but if you are interested... Did he just heal? That cocksucker. No, I think he went for an explosion. Luckily, they usually drop heals, and they drop firemen drop lockpicks most of the time, which is really nice. I actually like that. Anywho, so I started this new series called Skill Issue, and what it was originally going to be was basically the same thing that I end up doing at the end of every guide anyway, which was basically me talking about things that I might have forgotten about, that I might have either forgotten to talk about, or just at the very least wanted to go more in depth with, and I just felt like, what's the point? I mean, God Hand worked just fine for it, sure, but it just kind of felt like unnecessary. I already do it anyway. You know, why make a separate sort of thing for it, even though the name is funny, but why make a separate thing for it? It just seems like kind of like a waste for Hardcore. So me and my friend sat down one day, like I think last week or whatever it was, and we sat around the bonfire and just kind of talked, you know, shot the shit, and was like, because I had this idea in the back of my head of doing a series in which we play games on hard for like a small amount of time, for like just a video length, and see how far one person can get with that game of choice. So for example, like try to have my friends do 1 level of God Hand on hard and see if they can beat it. And I couldn't really come up with a name. That was one big problem, so he came up with the name Harsh Lesson. And it sounded really good. I'm like, oh, you know, that works. That sounds like a pretty good name. But then later this week, it kind of occurred to me, I know I'm kind of just jabbering on and going in billions of different ways here, probably not explaining things very well, but bear with me. So this week, sometime this week, I was like, you know what if I just rebrand Skill Issue into something else? You know, what if I just rebrand the name, or like I just keep the name already? We don't have like 2 new series going on. It's the same series name, but I can make it to where... Let me check something real quick. Am I actually... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm actually recording. Not only just recording, but commentating too. So I was like, you know, I could just do that instead. I could just rebrand it into Skill Issue. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. You know, why not? Go ahead. So, yeah, go on. You know, go on then. Show us your binge. So then I said, screw it. Fine. I'll just call it Skill Issue EX Plus. I'll keep the original Skill Issue video in there. And I wanted to do God Hand first, so that way all the people that were getting kind of tired of seeing God Hand content could finally be at peace. They could finally just be done with the God Hand content and be like, alright, finally it's over. We can finally move on to Uncharted 1, actually. We're doing Uncharted 1 guide. It just got uploaded today, so check that out on Hardcore, and if you're interested. Wait, I thought it said Burning Bronco. What do I have on now? I'd rather just take it then. It's just one of those things of, I don't really need it. Alright, this is our first time getting RPG. Either way, he was like, yeah, sure, what, you know, Harsh Lesson doesn't really roll the tongue much anyway. And we kind of just agreed, like, alright, fine, we'll just say screw it and just make it skill issue EX and then go from there. And so we did 2 videos. We did God Hand. We're going to do 3, but it was kind of late that night and we're all kind of tired. It was going to be God Hand, Pikmin 3, Ultra Spy, God Hand on Hard, Pikmin 3 on Ultra Spicy, no death run, and then because that's what he did. That's the guide stuff. The challenge runs he's done for my channel, and then Metal Gear Rising. That's what it was. Revengeance mode. One of these days, I would like to see them try to do like an S rank for the first level or something. That'd be kind of cool. But basically, the whole premise is you got about like an hour-ish. See if you can beat this quote-unquote challenge mission thing or whatever. So essentially for like God Hand on Hard, like I said, just beat level 1 on Hard. See if you can do that. At first I was like, I wonder if they can beat the boss, like the very first boss, Mr. Gold and Mr. Silver. And I'm like, you know what? They don't even really know the game well enough. But either way, it's pretty much just think of it this way. It's just a showcase of like, here's how tough this game can be. And luckily, both the guys were able to, like, they both had their own way of doing things. So my friend played it first. I made him play it first because he wanted to play God Hand. He wanted to get a copy of God Hand recently because he's been interested in it. Probably because like my gameplay is so cool and effective, and he's like, "Whoa, this is a cool game." So he'll probably end up buying it on PS3 because it's cheaper that way. The game's too expensive, guys. For like an actual PS2 copy, it's like $100, $300 something dollars. It's kind of ridiculous. By the way, Wind Waker went down in sale probably because of Switch 2, which I want to talk about that in a second as well. This is later in this episode. It's gonna be a jam-packed episode, isn't it? Either way, so back on topic. He played it first, and I was trying to show him all the things I could do. I was trying to give him all the tips I could, because you know I play the game a certain way. And luckily, God Hand is a game that can be played in a dozen ways. There's so many different things you can do in that game that it's ridiculous. But my way of beating it, my way of winning, is what I consider the same thing with every other hardcore guide that I do. Just trying to teach the average player maybe something new, like small little tips that'll help them advance further. And just make it... I like to make guides for those that are kind of like me, that are... I guess I should be honest, maybe above average. That sounds mean and wrong when I say it that way, but like an above average type gamer, where it's like we want to strive to be better. We want to strive to beat these games on hard. That's how I kind of see myself as a little bit. It's like I like to try that. And... yeah, he learned it pretty quick. I was surprised. You could say, like, oh, it's because your teachings are so good. And, yeah, it probably is. But, unironically, like, he did learn it pretty quick. And then my brother picked it up pretty fast, too, actually. Like, he's played the game once before. It's been a long time since he played it. But I assume that watching my friend play it, he kind of was just picking up his own little, you know, things. Because he was... My friend was learning the game. He was learning the ropes. He was understanding it pretty quick, which I think hard mode does a really good job at if you have somebody there, or just if you have the patience. Hard mode on certain games can really teach you how to play a game, believe it or not, because the aggression will just put you in a situation where it's like, oh man, I have to do this fast, or I'm going to get screwed, and then you just kind of just pick up on it faster, I feel. Anyway, my brother was actually more experimental with it too, so I was kind of just impressed. Think of it like, this is going to sound really, really lame, but think of it the same way that Scott Cawthon did it, like, you know, when he made FNAF, where he had his 2 sons. They each had, like, their own way of doing things. Like, one would be good at, you know, beta testing, like, figuring things out, or finding glitches, finding glitches. The other one would be good at finding Easter eggs. That's what it kind of felt like to me. Like, I felt like a father. I'm just kidding. But no, unironically, it was really cool. I was like, oh, shit, this is awesome. And then, because I wanted to be fair, and I wanted to also just, honestly, just get some Pikmin 3 going, because I like my friend's Pikmin videos. So, we got some Pikmin 3, and to be fair to him, you know, get him a game, of course. I wanted to be fair to my brother and give him Metal Gear Rising, because that's something that he's more familiar with, but we were all just tired, and we all just agreed, we'll just do it next time, whatever. We were going to do a second Elden Ring that day, too, actually, but we canceled that, so... we only got the one Elden Ring video out. And we did Pikmin 3, and that was good fun, because we let my brother play it first, because he's never really played Pikmin. He hasn't really played it, like, much, or really ever, for that matter. Well, he's played it, I think, maybe once before, but he's not really a Pikmin player. I've played 2, I've gotten to the ending, quote-unquote, but more so, like, I've gotten to the after game, I guess you could say. We have to go find Louie. That's where I'm at right now. And I've played a bit of Pikmin 1, and, like, a small bit of 3. Anyway, we let my brother play it first, and the challenge was, are you guys capable of beating day 1? Like, you have to go save Brittany, you gotta go get Rock Pikmin, save Brittany, and then beat the boss. Can you do that all in one day? And it's like, alright, you know, without losing... Well, the bonus was without losing Pikmin. Can you do it without dying? My brother lost 1 Pikmin or 2, or whatever, and he was able to get... I think to save Brittany, but that's about it. And all the while, like, while he was doing that, while he was doing his playthrough of it, you know, he got to the end of the day and, well, had to reset, because now it's my turn to try. And I know you guys could just watch the video, but I like talking about things, so it just makes, yeah, I like to yap. Anywho, so now it's my turn. I played Pikmin, and funny enough, I was actually able to do all of that in one day. I was able to beat the boss and start taking him back to the ship. Unfortunately, my friend said it's fine. He said it's satisfactory enough. But for me, I'm a hardcore. It's not satisfactory enough for me. Of course it's not. This is me we're talking about. The challenge was to finish the day with everything. Like, get the boss back to the ship. Well, he didn't specify get back to the ship, but he did specify that, well, you know, at least... beat the boss. So, like, yes, I did technically finish the challenge, but in my personal opinion, it wasn't enough. I wanted more, and I was unable to do more. But that happens. So, you know, nothing wrong with that, of course. Anywho, my turn to play. I was, like I said, I got everything done. I beat it without dying, like, without losing any Pikmin whatsoever, and I had a blast playing it. I've never really played much 3. I do own 3, Pikmin 3, but I haven't really played it all that much. And I think after this little session we have, I think I'm going to pick it up and start playing some Pikmin 3, because it's pretty sick. And, you know, the funny thing is, like, after all that was said and done, after my playthrough, we were about, like, maybe 40 minutes in or whatever. And usually that's about the time where it's like, alright, you know, we'll call it a video. But my friend was like, here, I'll try to do the day, because he's the one that's done the guide, or the challenge run himself. This motherfucker, I swear. He does everything in half the time we did. And it's like, god damn. My jaw was, like, on the floor. I was like, what the fuck? That is nuts. Because, like, it took me so long. Like, I even saw my brother playing the game. I knew where to go. I knew what was going on. And even I was just struggling to get it that fast. And it's like, holy shit, man. So I hope you guys are excited that he's going to be doing Pikmin streams, for Hardcorean streams, which will be on this channel, actually. No, I'm kidding. Hey, I just want to say this right now. I'm not against it. If he wants to do it, I'm not against it, but it has to be one of those things where it's like, we have to figure it out together. Like, alright, figure out a time. You know, like, okay, are you going to do it for realsies or no? And if he does happen to do it, and he gets, like, maybe halfway through the game, and he's like, I can't take it anymore, I can't do it, that's fine. We'll just say, like, alright, well, you know, we did it for the stream. It was fun. But at the very least, for my side of the streams, if I don't finish a game, I'm not gonna... I really shouldn't be too hard on myself. Because I have guides of them. Like, it's obvious that I've finished these games before, but I still want to at least prove something in some way, shape, or form. But if this hardcore stream thing does happen, I'll try my best to beat it. But if I can't, or I just get so mad and so angry and just start raging, because I don't want people to see me rage. I don't know. Like, I like to exaggerate rage for humor, but I don't want people to actually see me actually mad. It's embarrassing. It's not right, I feel. So, but either way, that's just a discount dollar machine, but it's empty anyway. Fucking assholes. What a waste of time. If he does do it, cool. If he doesn't, cool. That's fine. You know, I guess you could say I'm trying to gaslight him into doing it at this point. That's basically what it feels like. So, if it works, it works. I need that. I need possession for less. Like, big time. There you go. Possession's fully upgraded. We're done with that. Very nice. Now, on to, I guess, some other potential small topics of things. I already mentioned Uncharted's coming. What is that noise? I think it's raining outside. I can't tell. Either way, so what's been going on with me in terms of maybe not uploading or whatever? It's not that I don't want to do anything. I'm having a blast doing BioShock Infinite. And for those that are not caught up to it, I will be doing Doom: The Dark Ages, and I will be doing Postal Brain Damage soon. We'll be doing that before I decide to go on hiatus, like the small hiatus thing I have planned. Hiatus as in, like, you know, from the Let's Plays, the single-person Let's Play things that I do. Basically, these types of stuff. So, alright, Tin Man, they have a weakness in the back. You can shoot that, but I like to just use RPGs if I have one, just to tear them down. It works. I have actually been playing through, because I didn't really grow up playing them. I had friends that did have them, and I played at their house. But I have finally finished a campaign run of Halo 4. I've never beaten the original Halos. I do have access to the original Halos. But hopefully don't get to see that message pop up. We're like 16 minutes in, I'll have to check it. Either way, I finally finished a campaign of Halo 4, and god damn, those games are hard. God damn, those games are hard as shit, though. Not gonna lie, I was like, wow. I played on Heroic first, because that's what I do. I like playing games on hard first, especially if it's a shooter. And, holy mother of cock, it's like, woof. You guys aren't kidding around. This stuff is difficult. But it was fun. It was good fun. So, there may come a day where I might do some Halo campaigns on here. I would like to do them, of course, co-op. But the problem with that is, I don't want my brother to suffer, I guess, on recording. I'd rather him just... I want to get him to enjoy it and not force, like, a recording thing. So, co-ops might not come, you know, maybe... Hopefully, at some point, they should, but I don't know. Anything can happen. But either way, I now have a copy of Halo 5, and I've never played Halo 5. The only Halos I ever played back in the day was, like, ODST, probably 2, 3... maybe Reach? I can't remember. But it was mostly just 1v1s offline type thing. We didn't really even do much campaign runs with my friends. So, you know, there's that. It was just back then it was just like, oh, I'm gonna get the banhammer and kill you with it the entire time. And it made Halo just kind of annoying. And I didn't really understand it much back then, so... I also didn't really have an Xbox for, like, the longest time until recent years. At least a few years ago. Which, that brings me into the topic that I was going to bring up, like, earlier that I mentioned I was going to bring up. Which is Switch 2 stuff. I do not have a Switch 2 yet. But I'm thinking about getting one. And I probably won't do it as a recording. But I want to get a Switch 2 and get Donkey Kong Bonanza. So that me and my brother... Because, like, we're big Donkey Kong heads, I guess you could say. We like our DKCs, which is weird because the only time we've ever done them is off recording. You guys have never really seen us do it on recording, but it's actually just a casual game for us to play, believe it or not. And I kind of like keeping it that way somewhat too. I don't want to ruin that for anybody. But me and my friend have done, we've done Donkey Kong Country before on the channel. But yeah, I would like to get it, but I'll save up a bit of money. You know, and what have you. Get some overtime going. And probably potentially just finally just say, screw it, cave in, and get a Switch 2. And get probably DK and Mario Kart with it, because I want some games. Which is funny, because, like, for a while, I was like, oh, I'm going to wait until the Switch 2 gets games. And the thing is, what I thought of today was like, well, why wait for the Switch 2 to get games? Because by the time it gets games, you're not going to even want to buy those games, because there are going to be too many of them to buy. And you'll be like, well, I don't want to spend the funds to get all these things just yet. And they're going to be waiting to get those for a long time. And it's like, they're Switch games too as well. And it's like, you better get them now because they'll never go down in price ever. So it's best just to go ahead and get the damn thing now because it's a Switch 2 and you know for a fact it's going to get good games. So why not just get it? That's my thought process right now. It's like, just go get the damn thing. You know, just get it over with. Nothing wrong with that. And then for the DK thing, it would be cool to do a Let's Play, of course. But I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way. But we saw the final boss. We didn't really care about spoilers ourselves, but we did see the final boss, and I was like, yo, that's sick. So I was like, hey, you know, if I end up getting, you know, a Switch 2, maybe me and you could just play an offline co-op ourselves, and we just go through it and, you know, have some fun with the game. So there's that. I understand that shields are really good and really important, but for some reason I like upgrading health just for that safety measure. It's just a thing with me, I don't know. Salts, just, I really don't use them enough, so for me it's like I don't really, you know, potentially care, I guess, too much to get them that bad. Yeah, not gonna say real fast that, you know, Switch 2 games won't come, but for a Let's Play, but who knows. And speaking of Switch 2 stuff, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on not only Metroid Prime 4, but also Hyrule Warriors Calamity 2. I did like Calamity 1, but I'm a huge Hyrule Warriors 1 guy. My preferred Hyrule Warriors is definitely the first one. I'm not a big fan of Breath of the Wild, so, or really the style of it much, to be completely honest. So for me, it's like, I like the old Zelda look and all that stuff. And I guess speaking of the Zelda, the Zelda live-action movie, it just seemed like it kind of came out of nowhere for a second. Like I just all of a sudden just saw things pop up for it, like, oh, the Zelda live-action movie has these actors. And I'm like, oh, I guess they actually are doing the Zelda movie. Okay. And then, what was it? Somebody made a funny joke about it. I forget what it was. Ugh, God damn it. I don't remember, but there was like a funny joke about it. I said it on the Elden Ring thing. I don't remember. God damn it. Sorry, folks. I'm kind of struggling here, it seems. This is just more probably like a me thing, but I love iron sights in games that look like, you know, I don't know, like older school guns. It's partly probably why I like World at War a lot. That's one of my favorite CODs to play. I like the older gun looks. And Resistance 3, the M189 or whatever it was called, was always... How did I get an achievement for knocking 20 people off Columbia? How the hell did I do that? But yeah, so I've always kind of had a fascination with the iron sights and these things. I just don't know why. They're some of my favorite designs of guns, I guess. I kind of miss playing World at War. I know you can still do it, because I have it on PS3, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Xbox version, I don't know, you guys might have to correct me on this one, but I think the Xbox version has online capabilities you can do, because I think Black Ops came back, and because like you can still play Black Ops. I'll kill his ass. So I think on Black Ops, yeah, you can still play online on PS3, but Xbox, I think it's just they brought it back for Xbox One, I think, and it's like, yeah, here you go, you can replay it again. Sorry, but yeah, back in the day, I played a good amount of Black Ops back in the day. I don't know if this is 100% true, but I think I got Master Prestige on Black Ops 2. But that's the weird part, though. That's the weirdest thing. I don't know how. I don't remember ever getting it, but I have it. There's a chance that I might have ended up in one of those Prestige lobbies on accident and just ended up getting Prestiged during it. That's very possible. But I have no recollection. I'm not even trying to show off. I genuinely have no recollection of, like, when the hell did I get Master Prestige? I do not remember at all. But the weird part is, I didn't really like Black Ops 2 that much. Well, I was always kind of up and down about it. I remember playing the campaign, thought it was okay, and then I only played it like once, maybe twice to get the double ending thing or whatever. And thought it was just, it's alright. And that's really about it. And then I played a bit of the multiplayer for a while when it was first out, because I got it pre-ordered. And just also did not like the zombies, man. I stopped buying the zombies after, like, Die Rise. Die Rise was, like, the first thing I bought. And then was like, I don't like this. I don't like this version of zombies. And lo and behold, did I know that apparently zombies got better after. So, who would have guessed, huh? But either way, my history of the COD's pretty, not extensively big, but it's just one of those cases of like, my friend had it, well, one of my friends had it, not the one you guys get to see on YouTube, but one of my friends had it back in the day. That I would go up to his house and we play some COD 4. What the fuck? Sorry, I accidentally clicked on my Steam achievements that popped up on the side there. My bad. God damn, this playthrough is just busted. Holy moly. Anyway, so I played like COD 4, World at War, that kind of thing, right? We played some zombies, we played some online or offline multiplayer, online, whatever. Played some Modern Warfare 2. Screen looked, you know, we did the whole mile. Black Ops 2 was, or Black Ops 1 was coming out, and my dad, my father actually, my father was a gamer. My father got he's like, oh, I'll get you a copy of Black Ops. I'm like, okay. So I impatiently, why did I say impatiently? Fucking stupid. I impatiently waited for Black Ops 1 to finally arrive. And then it finally came in, and it's like, okay, cool. I got the Black Ops, you know. What? Hold on. My bad. I'm trying to. I had to pull up OBS again. I'm so sorry, guys, about this scuffed Let's Play. Hope you don't hear the Discord noise. I sincerely apologize for that. That was my brother earlier messaging me. I don't think it comes up, but I don't know. If it does, I'll probably have to cut out the video there, just in case. Because I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. So, Black Ops 1 comes out, play the hell of it. Love the zombies, play the hell of it. Get Ascension, you know, get Moon, get all that stuff. Play the hell out of it. Black Ops 2, played the hell out of it. Skipped Modern Warfare 3 a little bit. I wasn't really an Infinity Ward type guy. I know, I was one of those. I was a Treyarch guy, I guess. So, played a bit of that. Before we even got Black Ops, I remember renting World at War and playing through the campaign. I loved the campaign. But didn't really play zombies at the time. I didn't play zombies until I played at my friend's house. And I was like, whoa, what is this? This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it was. And then Black Ops Zombies, in my opinion, is still one of the best zombies, like, map-wise. Then, I don't remember the exact order of CODs here, dead offhand, but... Oh my god, that's it, too, I think. Fuck. How do you check your... Wait, I think it's I. Oh, no. Son of a bitch. I don't know how to check my gear stuff. Oh, god damn it. I don't know how to check my gear second, though. It wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be that. There's a nav aid. Okay, good. So, O? Or is that 0? I can't tell. Wait. It was O. What the... Alright, here's my gear. I forget which one does what, though. How do I, No. I always forget which one it was. It's not that one. I think it's the hat. Right? Grants brief invulnerability when gaining health from snacks and kits. That's it. We actually got it. Sheltered life. That's unironically the best gear in the entire game. Like, just by far, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, in my opinion it is. Anyway, let's go back to this. So, played a little bit of Ghosts when it came out. Not much. Didn't really play Infinite Warfare, like, at all until later. I thought Vanguard was pretty alright. I don't remember getting it day one, but I thought it was alright. I skipped out on Cold War, but came back and thought it was neat. Black Ops 6, I got it around the time it came out, which was just recently, too. like a year ago, whenever it came out, and I liked it. I thought it was fine. I didn't have too many problems with it, but then they had a 40 gig update file, and I'm like, fuck this, dude. I can't take this anymore. These goddamn update files are just eating me alive. I can't do this. I know I can buy a hard drive and all that other stuff, but it's the principle of it that pisses me off more than anything, I guess. So, just said fudge it, whatever. I can't keep up with this right now. I don't want to. I got retro games to play, man. You know, I'd rather just be doing that. So, let me think here. I'm probably missing, like, I know I'm missing, like, a few CODs, don't worry. I'm well aware. It's just that if I'm missing a few, they probably want that. I probably wasn't that crazy into them then, if that's the case. But I did like Vanguard. Like, honestly, I did. World War II, that was a game. I remember the campaign was cool. I didn't finish it, but I remember liking the campaign. I thought the multiplayer was alright, too. Advanced Warfare. Oh, God, I forgot about that one. I played it for a good small amount of time. Not much, but just enough. Just enough to qualify, like, yeah, I played it. I think I got, like, a couple prestiges in or something. I don't know. See, look at me, getting all these CODs mixed up. Modern Warfare Remastered, played a bit of that. I beat the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign. I wish it had multiplayer, but it didn't. That's still one of the strangest decisions I've ever heard. Which reminds me, guys, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is now delisted on Steam, I guess. So, thanks, guys. Thanks, EA, for deleting games again. Thank God I have a copy on the PS3, or else I wouldn't be able to play it now, would I? Unless you pirate it, of course. But, you know. There's things with that. But we're not going to get into that. And this is not for this video. Either way. I'm trying to think of any other possible Call of Duty that I played the hell out of. Not that I can really think of. I mean, it was just mostly just Black Ops I played like the living hell out of for a while. And a bit of World of War, you know. I played quite a bit of that, I'd say. I've played the campaign of World of War multiple times. I think it's definitely one of the most replayable COD campaigns, along with Black Ops 2. Well, Modern Warfare 2's got a pretty replayable campaign as well. I think that one could be pretty fun. But definitely for a fact, World of War is like my top tier campaign. That's like my top favorite campaign for COD. Oh yeah, I didn't really talk too much about Halo, but I'm now currently going through the Halo 3 campaign, and pretty soon the Halo 5 campaign. I'm trying to catch up on lost time, and I understand that, like, you know, Halo's pretty big. Everybody's already played Halo. Like, I should have, you know, done that. I get it. I should have done the campaigns a long time ago. I understand, but I didn't really have an Xbox back in the day, so yeah. And I didn't really go through an entire campaign with friends or anything like that. And I have actually played Halo Infinite for like a small tad bit. And I know it's not exactly the same thing, but I've played Splitgate. I played both. I played Splitgate when it came, or probably around the time when it was out for the first game. I thought it was neat. I didn't play for very long because my multiplayer senses have just kind of dropped. I'm more of a single-player guy or couch co-op. Like, if I'm playing multiplayer stuff, I'd rather be playing couch co-op. That's just my cup of tea. Which still pisses me off that TMNT Mutants in Manhattan is not couch co-op. And Dead Space 3 isn't either. Like, dude, what the hell? I don't want to go make my friends go buy a copy. I've already made them buy plenty of copies of games that we just end up not playing because I'm an asshole. Because I usually I lose the mood, and then it's just like, well, fuck, I don't want to play it anymore. And it's like, but I just bought this too. Which is why I tell them, like, hey, if you're going to buy a game to play with me, that's not the best decision. So, you know, make sure that you like the game enough to get it. Don't just buy it because I have it. Buy it because you want to play it, and we happen to play together, then that's great. I'm just saying, like, you know, just be on the safe side there. Just don't do that. Like, we played Lethal Company for a bit, and I feel like I got my money's worth out of it, but, you know, it's always possible that, you know, like, what my other brother wants to play it again. I don't blame him. It's just, like, I just don't have any... Honestly, I don't really feel like I'm big into Lethal Company much. It's a fine enough game. We never get very far in it, and I just get kind of tired of it after a while of just doing the same thing. Sure, it can be funny if you got the right people, of course, which we do. It's just that, I don't know, it's just not my biggest cup of tea, I guess. Now, for something like, Repo or whatever, that looks funny and looks fun. But that's another case of, like, I'd rather just watch my VTubers play, I guess. Yeah, I watch VTubers. You can pretty much just guess who. Technically, if I must say, I have multiple Oshis, which I know is kind of stupid. Because, like, the concept of multiple Oshis is just weird because an Oshi is supposed to be somebody that you idolize the most out of all of them. But I usually like to say Tenma Miami is my technical Oshi. Only for the sake of, like, I don't know, for a while I just really enjoyed her stuff, but I haven't really kept up with her much. I just kind of watch a multitude of different people. I even saw a guy with an Iron Mouse t-shirt today. I was like, whoa. Well, my brother caught him first. My brother was like, that guy's got an Iron Mouse shirt. And I'm like, whoa. He does. Huh. Hot damn. Don't really see that very often. I don't think I have any VTuber shirts that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah, I don't think I do. I could get some, but one of these days it'd be kind of cool to go to Offguy or something. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah, like I watch quite a bit of people when it comes to, Face Connect. I watch, of course, Hololive stuff. My first ever VTuber thing was Kazuna Ai. But I didn't watch her. But I remember thinking she was kind of cute when she did the Resident Evil 7 thing. And was just repeating bad words. I always thought that was kind of funny. Cute and funny. But, I remember when that was like a thing. So, I'm old, I guess. And then I got into Hololive Gen 4. I didn't get into Hololive before that. To give you guys kind of an idea of where that sort of lies, like where I sort of started getting into it. And then Niji Sanji was kind of a thing after a while. I got into that a little bit, but then they started going downhill with all these allegations of things, and I'm like, I'm dipping out. I mean, there's people I like still, but now some of those people I like are indie now. And they've at least graduated and left. But we don't need to talk about VTuber stuff too much, because that's probably going to bore some folks, I'm sure. They're probably like, ugh, here we go again. Cringe, lame. But hey, you watch who you watch. I used to watch Markiplier and Yami Mash back in the day, play Gmod together. I used to watch Old Smosh. I used to watch StickDeath.com, Well, I mean, go to the site more so than watch it, but, I'm an old head. I'm an old head. But I don't even really feel old, either. I feel like I'm still kind of young at heart. I think the only time that I will ever feel like I'm actually my age is if I ever have kids. Which, has been very unsuccessful, considering the fact that you just can't really find anybody to date unless you just happen to do it while you were in high school, because it feels like no one out here just wants to do it anymore. So I don't know. Or maybe I'm just a raging idiot. It could be a number of things. Like, you think my ability to play BioShock Infinite or just be able to beat Godhand on hard would be enough to at least entice somebody, but I don't know. I've had my fair shakes with things, but they just never work out and things just kind of go wrong anyway, so I don't know. I'm here until I'm not, I guess. And I'm here to entertain you guys and not make you guys feel depressed. So why should I be doing that? That is wrong. Do not be depressed, and do not make your fans depressed. That is my shtick. I'm here to entertain and make you guys laugh. Which is funny, because I think I mentioned this before, but I have like a thing with Let's Players where I prefer watching people kind of play together. I'm more of like, I'd rather watch co-op content than single-player stuff. But then I started watching Markiplier again, and it's like, he's just entertaining even on his own. And it's so baffling to me. It's like, but that's what I do too. I entertain on my own. Because I've always thought for the longest time, you know, self-doubt, that sort of thing. We all get that. So I always thought for like the longest time, like, oh, well, I can't possibly be entertaining without my friends here. Because my friends are, you know, aiding me in that entertainment. And even though that's true, even though I would argue that they do entertain, because, you know, having friends alongside you just kind of just doubles and creates new scenarios to have fun with, right? Of course. But I do kind of get that feeling like there's a chance that I'm entertaining on my own. I mean, you know, you don't have to tell, by the way, you don't have to comment like, oh, don't worry, Alex, we know you're entertaining. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying that, don't worry, I have a pretty good idea. Because it shows in the fact that people have not only just said that before, but at the same time, it's like, people watch my content, people like my stuff. You know, you get likes on your videos, it's like, well, that should be enough to tell you right then and there. And you shouldn't have to self-doubt so much, because it's just true. And it shows. I gotta get the hell out of here. What the... Thank you. I was gonna say, first of all, you gotta throw me the health. And second of all, why is this damn door not opening? Why did my voice crack? I guess I'm going through second puberty. I guess I'm pirate software. I'm going through a second puberty all of a sudden. No, I honestly think that guy's using the voice changer. If it must be known, did I just equip that? I'll check in a second. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to grab stuff. Leave me alone. God damn it, leave me alone. I'm getting dressed. Don't you know it's rude to walk in on a pretty lady? Don't mind Elizabeth, though. She's just here. Let's take a look-see. Did I... Okay, I didn't screw it up. I don't think I did. No, everything seems fine. Yeah, because I think if you just press F, I think it just gives you the gift basket. God damn it, I keep mouse wheeling up. Oh, yeah, I tried, because I have... Oh, I completely forgot to tell you guys. I was dead-ass wrong and just completely dumb when it came to the Master Chief Collection, okay? So, I figured out how to get it to work. You have to go to your... If you want to play one game, if you want to download just one game, what you have to do is you have to go to your settings. You have to go to the DLC settings and check mark which games it is that you want to have downloaded. It's ridiculous, but that's how you do it. And I didn't know that for the longest time, so I kept thinking like, God damn, I don't want to download 180 gigs to play like Halo 1 or something, you know? Which, luckily, I don't have to now. I understand how to do it now, which is good. So, there's that. And then I tried, because I did beat Halo 4 today, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just whip it on a PC and try it on PC. Maybe play some multiplayer or something. No one was on. I was like, okay, well, instead of multiplayer, I'll play the campaign on Legendary or something. I'll try that out. And, all of a sudden, I don't know, like, maybe my reactions are much slower nowadays, but, yeah, holy moly, my thing went blue screen, and I was like, yikes. I guess I've been playing, or not really playing, but watching so much goddamn FNAF content that I actually unironically thought, like, is there some type of FNAF thing going on my computer? Did the video I watched just do that? No, because it was actually, my actual computer crashed while playing Halo 4, and I'm like, oh, come on, dude. So... There's that. I know, game. It's kind of hard to do that when his back is turned. Okay, he's dead. Now we can move on. And I don't know why I didn't think to hit the letter N when it came to navigation. To use the, well, you know, this thingy, right? Wait, what? Why don't I activate again? You can usually do... I thought it usually gets to the... I could have sworn that the arrows would actually pop up. Did I fuck up? No, I'm fine. Because that opens up both sides, I think. Let's take this just in case. It's full ammo, it's decent. Oh, I thought that opened up both sides. I guess not. I think we're good to go. So let's just go ahead and get the gondola going, and then unfortunately end off the episode. I'm having a blast. Not only just talking to you guys, but at the same time, I'm having a blast playing BioShock Infinite. So if you haven't played Infinite yet, I recommend it. But I will say this, though. I still do think that BioShock 1 and 2 are better in a lot of ways. I still think that those are my favorites. No doubt about it. But I have some respect, enough respect for BioShock Infinite. I understand that, like, oh, it's a modern shooter with sprinting and all that other stuff, but I don't know. I kind of like it enough. I mean, some of the levels are just whatever, but I'm here to play and shoot and kill. So that's what I enjoy, and as long as that works out, that's great. However, of course, I am one of those people that would argue that levels do make a game at the same time as your gameplay. Like, I think that has to go intertwined. Graphics, not so much. The art style has to at least be okay and not just completely dead ugly. But even if it was dead ugly, it'd be like, all right, well, hopefully the game plays well. So, and honestly, the game kind of does. So I like the game. It's the same thing in regard to Shadow Warrior 1. Like, well, not classic Shadow Warrior. I'm talking about Shadow Warrior Reboot 1, where you can kind of get that feeling like, if you look at it from the outside, it could seem like, oh, this is some kind of weird, shitty indie game thing or something. But when you play it, it's like, oh, no, it's not even that. It's just a really well-made game, of all things. It's a little weird, a little rough around the edges, but it's not that bad. And BioShock Infinite, it feels like it's a AA, AAA studio game with some weird rushed feelings to it, because it basically kind of was. But either way, I can still, no doubt, I can have a good time with it, and I think that's important. As long as you have fun with it, that's what's important. Many people have told me that. My brother tells me that, my audience, friends, anybody, I know. As long as you have fun, it's not really a waste of time. I just wish that sometimes I can get my brain to just do that, like just relax. It doesn't have to always be work. I was going to end it off, I know, but just give me 1 second. I'm going to find like a better spot to completely end it off on, just in case. I think this will have to be it, because we're going to get like another cutscene, I believe, in a second. Okay, I'll do that one again. Yeah, hopefully the game's good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for some more BioShock Infinite. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.